Welcome to our vintage-inspired world, where timeless charm meets cozy country living. Today, we're exploring the art of decorating with pastels, shabby chic touches, and feminine vintage elements. Whether you're drawn to the delicate beauty of soft hues or the rustic elegance of country living, this video will inspire you to infuse romantic charm into your space. Pastel tones have the ability to transform any room, bringing softness, light, and tranquility. By embracing gentle shades of pink, mint, and lavender, you create an inviting atmosphere that feels both fresh and nostalgic. As we explore these ideas, we'll show you how to mix and match these colors with vintage and shabby chic decor for a home that tells a story of warmth and history. Before we dive into the details, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Vintage Touch Decor with Soul. Like this video, and leave a comment below. We would love to hear about your favorite cottagecore decor ideas or any questions you might have as we explore these timeless and romantic styles. Pastels are the heart and soul of cottagecore and shabby chic decor. Soft hues like powder blue, pale pink, and mint green bring a sense of calm to any room. The subtlety of these colors invites tranquility, creating a space that feels serene and timeless. By using pastels throughout your home, you set a peaceful tone, perfect for a vintage-inspired cottage atmosphere. When decorating with pastels, balance is key. Pairing these delicate tones with earthy neutrals like beige, cream, and taupe adds depth and warmth. Mixing in vintage furniture and rustic accessories enhances the soothing effect of pastels, ensuring your space feels both cozy and inviting. We'll explore how to incorporate pastel hues in furniture, textiles, and wall art to create a harmonious, vintage-inspired look. We'll show you how to layer these soft shades, blending them with your existing pieces to evoke a sense of nostalgia and charm. Don't forget, if you love the aesthetic of pastel cottagecore decor, hit the like button and share your favorite pastel color combinations in the comments. Shabby chic style is all about embracing imperfections and celebrating the beauty of worn and weathered items. It adds character and history to a space, making it feel more lived in and full of charm. Combining distressed furniture with soft, feminine fabrics creates a look that is both elegant and cozy. It's a perfect way to bring vintage-inspired elements into your home without sacrificing comfort. This style thrives on textures and layers. Think vintage floral linens, antique mirrors with a distressed finish, and soft, worn-out chairs. These elements give your space a sense of nostalgia and warmth, inviting you to sit back and relax. Adding a mix of soft pastels with shabby chic pieces brings a touch of romance to any room, making it feel like a cozy, welcoming retreat. Incorporating shabby chic into your home doesn't have to be expensive. You can find vintage furniture and accessories at thrift stores or flea markets, giving your space that personal touch. It's all about finding beauty in the old and pairing it with soft pastels for that feminine, vintage-inspired look. Incorporating feminine vintage touches into your home adds a layer of elegance and sophistication while keeping things cozy and inviting. Delicate details like lace curtains, floral prints, and soft fabrics create a romantic atmosphere. These small touches reflect both charm and timeless beauty, offering a space that feels nurturing and personal. A mix of vintage and feminine elements ensures a balance of softness with just the right amount of character. Consider using vintage furniture pieces like delicate armchairs, antique dressers, or soft upholstered sofas. When paired with pastel hues and floral patterns, these pieces can really come to life. Accessories such as vintage teacups, porcelain figurines, and soft throw blankets bring a sense of nostalgia and timeless appeal. The beauty of feminine vintage decor is that it feels like a cozy retreat, welcoming you to relax and unwind. To enhance the feminine touch, focus on soft textures and materials such as velvet cushions, lace doilies, and vintage floral rugs. By layering these elements together, you'll create a cohesive, graceful space. Whether in your living room, bedroom, or dining area, these vintage touches will add depth, personality, and a romantic charm to your home. The key to creating a cozy cottage atmosphere is all about layering textures and adding warmth to your space. Think plush throws, soft blankets, and inviting cushions that make you want to curl up with a cup of tea. The cottagecore aesthetic thrives on comfort, and your home should reflect that by embracing warmth in both decor and atmosphere. Textiles play a huge role in this style. Fluffy woolen rugs, hand-knitted throws, and cotton curtains enhance the cozy, lived-in feeling of your space. Pair these textiles with vintage wooden furniture for an added touch of rustic charm. It's about balancing softness with durability, creating a room that's not only beautiful but functional and inviting. Lighting also plays a huge part in setting the cozy tone. Warm, soft lighting from candles, pendant lights, or table lamps creates a relaxed atmosphere. By combining natural light with gentle, ambient lighting, your cottage-inspired home will feel both inviting and peaceful. Antique treasures are the heart and soul of vintage-inspired decor, adding timeless elegance and character to any room. These pieces often have a rich history, telling stories from a bygone era. Whether it's a delicate porcelain vase, an intricately carved wooden chair, or a faded family portrait, antiques create a space full of nostalgia and charm. These items don't just decorate, they connect us to the past. The beauty of antique finds is their uniqueness. No two pieces are alike, and their imperfections only add to their story. A well-worn armchair or an old wooden dresser with a patina tells a tale of years gone by. Incorporating such pieces into your home brings an authenticity and depth that modern furniture can't replicate. These treasures make your space feel lived in and full of soul. When curating antique pieces, it's important to blend them thoughtfully with your existing decor. They don't need to dominate the space but should instead complement the other elements of the room. Placing a vintage lamp on a modern side table or adding an antique mirror above a contemporary console can create the perfect balance between old and new. Country living vibes bring the tranquility and warmth of the countryside into your home, offering a serene and inviting atmosphere. It's about creating a space that feels relaxed and lived in, with a mix of rustic furniture, vintage accents, and soft, earthy tones. From exposed beams to antique farm tables, the country aesthetic connects us to a simpler, slower-paced way of life, providing comfort and calm. The charm of country living lies in its authenticity. Natural materials like wood, linen, and stone are staples in farmhouse decor, contributing to the rustic atmosphere. Open shelving filled with mason jars, vintage kitchenware, and mismatched china creates a homey, lived-in feel. Adding touches like fresh flowers or hand-painted signs can personalize the space, giving it a rustic but welcoming charm. To enhance the country living vibe, focus on comfort. Soft, worn-in fabrics like plaid or gingham and throw pillows, blankets, or slipcovers evoke feelings of warmth. The goal is to create a space that feels like a cozy retreat, one that invites you to sit down, relax, and take a breath from the hustle and bustle of life. Layering textures is a key technique in creating a cozy, inviting space, especially in vintage and shabby chic decor. Combining soft fabrics like linen, velvet, and cotton with natural textures such as wood, wicker, and metal creates depth and warmth. These contrasting materials provide both visual interest and tactile comfort, making your space feel comfortable and rich in detail. Incorporating textures can be done in various ways, whether it's through a plush velvet throw blanket on a rustic wooden chair or layered woven rugs on a hardwood floor. These thoughtful combinations not only add warmth but also emphasize the vintage charm of your home. Textures can also help soften harsh lines and create a more organic, relaxed atmosphere. The key to successful layering is balance. While it's tempting to pile on numerous textures, ensure there's a harmonious flow throughout the space. For instance, a vintage armchair upholstered in a soft fabric can pair beautifully with a linen curtain and a wool rug underneath. The combination of textures in each element should feel like they belong together, contributing to the timeless and effortless elegance of the space. Creating a timeless look in your home is about embracing design elements that never go out of style. Vintage pieces, whether they're rustic, shabby chic, or mid-century modern, always carry a sense of elegance and history. The trick is to blend these items with more neutral or timeless backgrounds that allow them to shine. Classic design choices such as antique furniture, subtle floral prints, and natural wooden elements work together to create a space that feels both modern and timeless. A timeless interior isn't about following trends, it's about curating pieces that reflect your personality while ensuring longevity. Incorporating vintage and antique furniture into your space helps anchor the room with a strong, meaningful foundation. Simple, understated color schemes like soft pastels or neutral tones provide the perfect backdrop for these treasures, allowing them to become focal points without overwhelming the room. To further enhance the timeless appeal of your home, choose accessories and decor that have enduring charm. A vintage crystal chandelier, a delicate china tea set, or a well-worn leather armchair, these are the elements that give your space character and longevity. The goal is to craft a home that feels comfortable and elegant, where each piece tells a story and continues to resonate for years to come. DIY decor ideas are a wonderful way to infuse your personal style into your vintage cottagecore space. Crafting your own home accents can be as simple as repurposing an old piece of furniture or creating custom artwork. For instance, transforming a vintage chair with new upholstery in a soft pastel fabric can completely change its look while adding character to your space. Not only do these DIY projects give your home a unique touch, but they also allow you to preserve and transform vintage items, making them even more meaningful. Another easy DIY project is creating custom wall art or framed photographs that reflect the peaceful, romantic nature of cottagecore decor. Vintage-inspired frames, floral prints, or even a collection of pressed flowers can all add a personal and creative flair to your walls. Whether you're upcycling old frames or creating art from scratch, this is a fantastic way to make your space feel truly unique and filled with soul. Don't forget about the little touches. DIY decor isn't just about big projects. Simple items like homemade candles in pastel jars, hand-painted terracotta pots, or woven baskets can elevate your space. These small touches create a cohesive, personalized aesthetic that reflects your love for vintage and cottagecore design. The best part is, these DIY pieces are often budget-friendly, allowing you to create a beautiful home without breaking the bank. Flowers are a staple in cottagecore decor, bringing a fresh, natural beauty into any room. Fresh blooms like peonies, lavender, and daisies can be placed in vintage vases or mismatched jars for a romantic, country feel. Flowers add a touch of liveliness and softness to the space, and their fragrance enhances the cozy, welcoming atmosphere of your vintage-inspired home. You can mix and match different types of flowers depending on the season to keep the look fresh and vibrant year-round. For a more permanent floral touch, consider using faux flowers that have a hyper-realistic look. They can be arranged in charming vintage-style vases, baskets, or even repurposed containers. Faux flowers require little upkeep, making them a great option for those who want the aesthetic of fresh blooms without the need for constant care. Whether fresh or faux, the key is to keep your arrangements natural, soft, and effortlessly placed. Flowers also work beautifully when incorporated into other decor elements, such as wreaths, garlands, or embroidered cushions. Adding florals to throw pillows or wall hangings can bring cohesion to your space and complement the soft pastel color palette typical of cottagecore and shabby chic decor. These subtle floral touches create a peaceful, nature-inspired atmosphere that connects the interior with the surrounding natural world. As we conclude our journey through Pastel Cottagecore Decor, remember that the beauty of this style lies in its effortless charm and timeless appeal. Whether it's the soft hues of vintage-inspired furniture or the romantic touch of fresh flowers, each element adds warmth and soul to your home. Creating a space that reflects your personality and embraces the cozy, nostalgic feelings of countryside living is all about mixing personal touches with vintage finds. Your home is a reflection of you, and when you infuse it with the soft pastel tones and rustic elegance of cottagecore decor, you invite comfort and joy into every room. Whether you focus on DIY projects, antique treasures, or simply styling with flowers, each piece tells a story. Don't be afraid to experiment and layer textures, colors, and materials to create a space that feels uniquely yours. Thank you for joining me on this vintage-inspired adventure. If you've enjoyed these tips, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below with your favorite cottagecore decor ideas. I'd love to hear how you plan to incorporate this timeless style into your own home. Until next time, keep your space full of soul, charm, and plenty of vintage beauty.